Welcome back, everybody. We are still playing Pokemon. We are heading back to Rocket Base. We are going to take down the boss of Team Rocket. For the first of 3 times we face him, I believe, over the course of the game. I think it's only 3. One in a more official capacity, and then twice in this kind of scenario. We've already done all this, so I'm gonna speed it up for you. As is tradition, at this point you should understand we're playing a lot of this game at 2 or 3 times speed. Because it's a lot of the same. I feel like after the first few episodes you kinda know what's up. So I'm not gonna speed through everything. For instance, once we get to the boss fight, I'm not gonna speed up the boss fight. I'm gonna try to keep gym leaders normal speed as well, because they're also kind of like bosses. And we'll see here and there, but we're gonna do a lot of it at 2 times speed, just for your sake, for my sake. It's just easier. It's the easier way to play this game. After you beat him, you're allowed to escape. We don't need to do that yet, because oh, who calls us a brat? It is Rocket, who are nameless, but we all know it's Jesse and James from TV's Pokémon. Look at those very, very good sprites. I actually think a lot of the redone sprites in this game are pretty good. They were a lot worse in Red and Blue, so trying to make them more like the anime was a good idea, and they've now become more like the official sprites and the official designs. Very much in favor of that. It was a good decision. I think Meowth's doing the can though, which is a weird choice for design. Is Nidorina gonna kill him in 1 attack? Wow. That's pretty good considering they were more or less evenly leveled. Still an Ekans. I'm no longer using my Butterfree against them as much because they now have poison attacks, and Butterfree is weak to poison. And we have a Sandslash who can just one-hit kill them. And that was an easy fight. That was it. Rocket is gone. They're blasting off again. Never to be seen for another, like, episode or 2. See if there's anything down here. There is indeed. We could have missed that. We're probably never going to use it, but we could have missed it. You don't want to miss anything in this game, lest the comments eat you alive. I've heard from other Let's Players that if you get something wrong in a Pokemon game, the comments will massacre you. Which is probably the incorrect use of massacre, so maybe they'll get mad at me for that. So I'm going to see if that happened. I'm recording all of this prior to the series going live, so I'm curious. I want to see, one, how much I do get wrong. This is not a game I've played recently. It doesn't adhere to the same rules as the games I'm more familiar with. So I'm curious. But also, I just want to see if people do get mad at me for getting stuff wrong, if I get stuff wrong. I want to see if that holds true. Also want to see if this series just, like, gets views. I'm not saying I'm doing this for the views, but they help. They help make you think it's all worth it. So far, this has not been a worthy endeavor. The views are not good on my Let's Play channel. And I understand why. Let's Playing is not a dying art, but a dwindling form of entertainment. People are going to the slightly more personal streaming option, which I don't like. I don't like streaming. I haven't done it myself, but I don't like watching streams either. Not as much as I like watching just Let's Plays. I think there's a lot of downtime in the streams, which I understand is like the point, so that you can read chat and all that nonsense. But it's not for me. So while I may start streaming at some point, just because I'm probably gonna get bored of just doing solo Let's Plays. I can't imagine that would become my primary thing. Like, if I were to stream, I'd be using that video content to make Let's Plays. I would hope so. I already record twice, essentially. I already take the time. So I could just use that video content, edit it a bit to, you know, cut out that downtime sort of thing. Just not record the commentary. And then that's that. Use it for the Let's Plays. Well, we'll see. We'll see what I do. Not decided at all where I want to take this content, except that I want to do more recent games. Because I've played a lot of retro stuff. I guess PS3 is still retro technically now. But at least it's HD. I have a lot of games on Steam too, like a ridiculous amount of games on Steam. But the problem is, I can never decide what I want to play. We are gonna go soon to the gym, by the way. This is gonna be a very, very productive episode. I'm gonna switch Pokemon first, get the right team. Sandslasher's not gonna help us in this gym. Gloom isn't really going to help us either, but we need Gloom to cut down the tree. I hate that gyms are barricaded off by that. I get it in Vermilion, because they don't want you to challenge the gym, but this is the same system. And even once you're in the gym, there are trees in the gym you have to cut down. It's a bit of a joke. Anyway, this is the grass gym. AKA the one that does status ailments on you. So while that rap was going on, I decided I'd heal. And I'm surprised it actually let me. I thought it might restrict item usage, but it didn't. I decided not to use Pidgeotto as well. I think Fearow is going to be enough. Fearow and Charmeleon should be enough to take down the gym. It's going to learn Mirror Move. That's not a very useful attack, but it's kind of a signature move, so we're going to keep it anyway. It just uses the same move that they use on you. Again, not useful, but kind of neat. Oh good, Sleep Powder. That's fun. And it's going to do 2 damage a turn with Absorb. That's super fun. We're also in that same Jigglypuff dilemma here in that Oddish is slower than I am. If it wanted to, it could use Sleep Powder and put me back to sleep, because I don't get to attack upon waking. Just something they have changed in recent games. Also, that felt like more than 5 turns. I'm not sure if it was, but it felt like it. The Bellsprout, we can take that down. Oh good, Poisoned. That's fun too. I really like all of the status ailments. It's just super, super fun. Good thing Fly is a pretty strong base power attack, and Fearow has decent attack power. So we should one-hit most of the enemies in this gym. The problem we'll run into is the amount of PP we have. Also, let's see, we don't have an antidote, so Charmeleon, you take a back seat, buddy. Now there's a lot of other trainers in this gym. We're gonna just boss rush it, because I don't really feel like fighting all of these status ailment trainers. They just annoy me. So So we have 12 flies left right now. That should be enough to take down everyone we need to, assuming we don't miss a bunch. Fly does not have 100% accuracy. I think it's 90. So we should hit most of the time, certainly, and we have so far. There's an Ivysaur. We should really train up Bulbasaur. It's way better than Gloom. The only reason we're still using Gloom is because it knows Cut. This is Erica, the Grass Gym Leader. She's kind of Daisy, I guess. Probably because of all that weed. Ha 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 ha. There's a Pokemon we haven't seen before. Tangle, level 30? Why were all of the, like, the subservient trainers, like, level 24? That was a critical hit. And super effective, and it didn't kill it. We actually could be in a little bit of trouble here. That's way stronger than I was anticipating. I'm gonna save Furo for what I assume is... I assume her strongest Pokemon's gonna be her third. It's probably gonna be a Gloom or a Vileplume. So we'll use Butterfree here. It should have... Oh, it knows Acid. Well, I didn't anticipate that. I thought it would just be using, like, Absorb or something. Okay, let's cripple it a little bit. Oh, cool, we're even gonna get an attack out. I think I'm just... Butterfree's gonna die. That's just how it's gonna be. We'll use Butterfree, probably Charmeleon. Just take down this one, and then Furo versus whatever the strongest thing is. If Furo goes down, we still have Pikachu with Slam. That should be enough. Should, fingers crossed. Hopefully we won't be poisoned too bad. It should only do like 4 damage, maybe? Yeah. That's not too bad. The Paralysis, critical hit, perfect. We don't take poison damage on the turn that someone faints as well. I think that's changed as well, too, in recent games. Another level 32. That is way higher level than I thought it would be. Like, bosses should be tough, don't get me wrong. I'm not displeased. I'm just surprised. It's just using Acid, though, and Acid's not a very strong attack if it's not super effective. Like, yeah, that did very little. Okay. We didn't get stat check there, but we could have, if we weren't prepared. Like, if I went into this fight with Pikachu, we probably would have lost it. If I hadn't trained up a fire type and a flying type. But I know this game. I know this game pretty well. So I'm not terribly concerned. So look at that. What a productive episode this has been. We took down the boss of Team Rocket. And we took down Erica, the 4th gym leader. And we flew to Lavender Town so that we can do Pokemon Tower on the next episode. How cool is that? I'm so ready. I'm so ready to go take down that ghost that we could not identify before. You remember that. That's why we got the Sylph Scope. We'll do that next time.